watching Hulk Hogan and the champions gleam. Now he's grown with the mission, got stories to tell. From the indie halls echoing the ring bell. Every Northwest hero, every rising star. If they're stepping in the ring, he's not far. Oregon Wrestling Observer, where the passion runs strong, never stops, never over. Josh James in the chair, hit record, hit the stage, spotlighting every fighter on the PNW page. Oregon Wrestling Observer, feel the crowd rise up as the voices get louder. From Oregon, Canada, and Washington, he's the man with the plan, bringing wrestling to the world. One show for the fans. Yeah, yeah, raise your hands in. Yeah, 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 raise your hands, hit the mat, feel the roar tonight.
Hello, everybody. My name is Joshua James, and we are back once again for another epic live episode. We are back live on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. I am the host, Josh James, like I said, JJ, the voice of Roundtable Pro Wrestling. And I'm here to interview one of the wrestlers from Roundtable Pro Wrestling, and he is one half of the North American IPW North American Tag Team Champions, SP8. Welcome to Oregon Wrestling Observer, my friend. How you been doing, my friend?
I'm doing good. It's amazing once you win a title how busy you become, you know? Like I've been doing appearances, and a lot of times I'll be down at the Wrestling Portland Expo, I think next weekend, I think already.
Oh, yeah.
February 21st anyway, yeah.
Yep, Roundtable Pro Wrestling is next week, and I'm looking forward to seeing you wrestle again. You had a really great match with Bad Blood at the last show. Like you were close to winning.
I almost had him.
Then,
but you know,
it happens. But hey, I still see a bright future for you in Roundtable. I could see you still winning a championship down the road. But I want to talk to you because, like, I've gone to talk to you in the back a couple of times, but I never really got to fully, have a good long conversation with you because you're busy and all that kind of stuff before when the show starts. So I wanted to talk to you, how did you get into wrestling? Like, what was the first thing that comes to your mind? How did you get into wrestling?
So back in the day when I was younger, my mom used to always watch the old Portland wrestling back in the day. She was a huge Rowdy Piper fan, just diehard Rowdy Piper fan. So I grew up with it in my house.
Okay.
And then as I got older, I saw Mr. Perfect, who became my favorite of all time. And then it's really funny how I got into wrestling because I was literally sitting at home watching MTV back in the day when MTV was still on the air.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a thing on with Triple H and China, and they were talking about bands. And there was this band named Godsmack.
Oh,
and they were
yeah,
talking about
Godsmack, yeah.
And Triple H was like, well, I just got into the business because I thought, well, I was watching the kid. Why not try it? Well, that answer darted my journey. So, and the funniest thing about it is I tried wrestling schools and they never worked out. Like I always made the deposit, but couldn't get to like Florida or, Nevada or whatever. And then one day we were going to a Godsmack concert, and I was too early for the concert because my mom would always be there early.
Yeah.
So literally, we're there 12 hours before the concert even starts, man. So we're walking around the Auburn Super Mall, and I saw a wrestling ring, and that's how I actually started training.
Oh, okay. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So literally, Godsmack started my journey. Not only did I decide to do it because of that interview with Triple H, but then I found the ring because of the band. So they're to blame. If something doesn't go right in my career, it's on them.
That's funny. I like for me, how I got into wrestling, it was because my whole family was into it. My dad,
Awesome.
I always keep saying that I was doomed to watch it. But my dad would always say you were most likely watching wrestling when you were in your mom's womb, so it wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, you didn't have a choice in the matter.
Yeah,
you were trapped in a headlock.
Mm-hmm. For me, Hogan was the guy that got me into it, and like you said about Piper was awesome. I met. Have you ever got to meet Roddy Piper?
I never did get to meet him. My mom got to meet him several times, but I was too young when she was going to Portland wrestling. My sister got to go and met him. I never did get to meet him.
Speaking of which, we were talking about Bad Blood, and look, it's Bad Blood right here in the comics section.
Oh boy!
Hey, Blood.
How is he not busy?
Oh, he's always busy. He's busy. But anyways, like, okay, you got into wrestling because of that one interview, and when you first got into training, like, what was it like for you? Like you said, it didn't work out in the beginning, but then like when you officially got to do training, like I bet it was like tough and all that kind of stuff.
It was hell. It was hell. The place where I trained, they basically ran it like a hardcore boot camp, like kind of nude to pansies type deal.
Okay.
Like it was very hardcore training. There were so many times I'm like, I can't walk for 3 days after I'm done training, man. Like
Oh,
I
jeez.
can't even walk. Like tryouts, like I try to remember tryouts in my head. It was like 500 squats. I think it was like 200 push-ups, and then there were burpees, and there was dump roping, and there was running of the ropes. And like I can't remember all the stuff. The V-up, the sit-ups, like it was brutal.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah,
But it was worth it in the end. Like, look
it
where
was.
you're at right now.
Absolutely. There were times where I thought, I'll get into wrestling, I'll go become mega star, do all this stuff, and then reality hit like, man, maybe I won't make it. And then it's like I can still see glimmers and hope, and it's been getting better over the years. I keep training. I bought a ring till I can train more,
You're a student. You're a student of the game, pretty much. Like you're
Absolutely.
still. Like, how long have you been wrestling right now?
Wrestling 3 years, but training probably about 20 to 21 and a half, somewhere in there.
Okay. So like,
But yeah, 3 years of absolutely wrestling. I was doing really good, and then something called COVID happened, and
yeah,
kind of like
happened.
All the bookings and everything kind of like just poof.
Yeah, that's true.
And we were still doing it at the time. The company I was working for, and we still went to Idaho and did shows over there because it didn't stop over there, but it basically shut down Washington.
Okay, yeah. So, guys, I saw a lot of. There were still some wrestling companies that were still open and allowing fans to. Well, I wish I went to one of those, to be honest, because those were dark times for me.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it was for almost everybody.
Mm-hmm. And then when I first saw you, you were wearing a mask, and then you won the Battle Rumble Championship.
Yep. Yeah, like, the mask, he was supposed to be helping me. So, it was like, hey, we can do this. I can help you out. I said, all right, cool. We'll try this. And it just gets to the point where I got tired of wearing him, and I said, you know what? I'm not going to do this anymore. Like, well, we got to do it my way. Like, I'm not doing it your way anymore. So I still brought him to the ring with me, and he would always talk me up and give me a bite. And then I'd lose my matches because I'd be listening to this idiot. So it's just time we got to the point, like me and Tomcat, we teamed a couple times, we wrestled a couple times, and I think he's the last one to ever team the mask. I don't know where he went or what happened. I know the guy. A lot of people say was an asshole. I had an up and down relationship with him. The mask,
Yeah.
So I hope I can say that word on here. I said a sec before I said it.
Okay, first of all, like even when I say I'm like PG and all that kind of stuff, Blood's been on here so many times he don't care.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, he's been on here. I'm sure I won't get canceled.
No, you're fine. Because here's the thing: it's at this point, like, it's like, go ahead, you go say whatever. Like, like for instance, like there's been times where I'm getting ready to do commentary, and then I will talk to Blood. He's like, okay, you can't say this, you can't say that, and do that.
Right.
And next thing you know, he's in the ring saying this, saying that, doing that. And I was like, you hypocrite.
Right, yeah. Well, you just told me I can't, but you just did all this. Come on, man. That's not cool.
And speaking of Bad Blood, he wants to know a question for you, SP8.
Oh.
Who was your best match so far? Which is a good question.
That is a great question, and I probably got to say it's Bad Blood himself.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't get to win, man, but I feel like I learned so much in that match with him. And not a lot of people go around throwing open talents this,
Mm-hmm.
It's a very rare man, and I know he does that because of the Bobby Horn relation he had, which I could have meant that, man. But yeah, I definitely feel that was one of the better matches. Even though I didn't get the W, I thought that was probably one of my best matches, probably the best match I've had yet.
That was a really good match to call, like when I was there. And again, you were close of winning, and it was just a really good match. And like I said, like down the road, I know this is not the end. We're going to see SP8 and definitely for sure we'll see you like wear gold down the road.
Oh yeah, I believe so. I mean, I have one title now, so I got to get at least 8. So I got to get
Yeah,
7 more. That's how that.
yeah,
Or no, this is number 2. So I got to get 6 more at least. I mean,
yes, yeah,
I got to at
very
least
true.
get to 8. At the very least. And then once I get
And
there, I'll be greedy and I'll want 16, and then I'll want 18, and
hey, still. Speaking of which, I've been always wanted to ask you, where did the name SP8 come from, anyways? Like, what's it stand for?
that's a funny saying because there was a kid back in the day when I wore that mask, and this kid is probably still scratching his head trying to figure out what I said to him. So I did a show one time, and this kid might have been about 9 or 10, give or take. He asked me like why that was my name. I said I'll answer it under 2 conditions. And the kid goes, okay. I said 1, what's your name, and 2, why is it your name? The kid was never able to answer me why that was his name. So I'll ask you, why is your name what it is, Doss?
JJ, that
Yeah,
because those are my initials. Those are my initials.
right. Well, you got
Okay.
your answer.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, because I was trying to figure out like, are those his initials or is there like supposed
It
to
is
be like
actually my
meaning?
last name. So
Okay.
if you look at the spelling of it, which I know some people can't do, but if you look at the spelling of it and you just take SP and you remove it from my name, it spells 8.
Ah, gotcha. Okay. All right. That makes sense now. That
Yeah,
legitimately
I didn't
makes
want
sense.
messing with the kids though, because the kids are always like, "What do you mean?"
Okay. Okay. Because I was always wondering what that meant, and I get it now. I understand.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and once you see it, you can't unsee it.
Yeah. Yeah. Now I'm not gonna like now I'm gonna understand it now. Like I get it.
Right.
But now like with you with Roundtable Pro Wrestling and you were with Northwest Pro and now you're with IPW, like where are you wrestling now after are you wrestling other places or
Yeah, I
where?
am. There's a couple other places I wrestle for, Jill. So Roundtable, it's the big one, and then IPW, obviously, and then PWF, and then sometimes occasionally I'll wrestle just for CPW. I haven't been there for a while, but I still have a good friendship with everybody there, and it's a great company.
Okay,
Those are
yeah.
pretty much like the local ones.
Hey, the mod's here. Hey,
Yeah,
mod. But yeah, it's everyone from Roundtable Pro Wrestling, Bad Bloods here, and all that kind of stuff. They're
I'm still
watching.
disappointed. I've never seen a Roundtable there, though.
Mm, yeah, that's true. That is true. Maybe I'll try to see if I can figure out something. But now you're wrestling at these places. Like, what's the next wrestling show that you're going to be at?
The next one I'm actually going to be at, it's actually going to be Roundtable, February 16th
Okay,
at
February 15th.
the new House of Bats. And yeah, I tried to send a flyer on that one.
Okay, cool. Now like with the like you've been wrestling for like you said 3 years, right?
Yep.
Like what's the one thing that you've learned about being in the ring? Because like even though some people say 3 years is a long time, it's still pretty brand new. Like
Still
what's
got
the one?
growing pains. Yeah.
Yeah, so like what's the
Uh,
one?
be careful who you trust. I've had
Understand.
partners stab me in the back. I have people, and it's also found out like always listen to the advice, but apply what you want. But always be willing to listen and grow as a performer and as a worker. And just be courteous to people unless you have a reason not to be.
Understandable.
I
Yeah.
think a good attitude will take somebody a long way in pro wrestling.
Yeah, like again, like even for me, like the amount of the things I've done for wrestling, like the interviews and everything I've done, like I'm still like even though I've done my show for about like I think like 13 or 14 years now, I'm
Right
still
on.
learning. I'm still learning more things. Like there's some
Oh,
things
always.
where I think I know everything, but when I find out like, oh my gosh, I didn't know everything, so I'm still learning.
Advice I got from one of my trainers back in the day, where it's the day you think you know it all, you need to quit
Yeah,
because
very
then
true.
you're done. I mean, you got nothing left to learn. There's no more growing, or you have so much of a swelled head, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, learning is always good. I mean,
When you first had your first ever match, what was that like when you first wrestle? Like, what do you?
That was so nerve-wracking. I still remember it was all the way up in Spokane.
Okay.
uh,
Where? What? Do you remember what company it was when you
I
had that?
do. It was Cascade Championship Wrestling. Tommy
Okay.
Swanton was the surf man to give me an opportunity to get in that ring. And it was a lot to do. I didn't even know Tommy at the time. That came because of my friend Frankie Flawless helped me get the booking.
Frankie,
Now,
yeah.
yeah, people will say I lost my surf match, but I will argue we came out, it was a gauntlet match, and everybody came out with me to my music. So I say I won my surf match. They say
That,
no, but I say yes, because even though I lost, my team won. If we came out to my music, it meant it was my team and I won. So I'm still undefeated in Spokane, by the way.
You're right. You're right. Blood has also told me that in the past. Like, if you hear your theme song play, you're technically the winner.
Exactly. He knows.
Yeah, he does know. That's very true. And also, like again, nerve-wracking. Must have been like, wow, this is like.
It was really nerve-wracking. I mean, it was the first time I went out there. It's yeah, it didn't, it was a very quick one on my end, but just to have it over and behind me was like rewarding, like timely after all of these years of working, and my friend Tranky believing in me when nobody else would, or even take a flyer on me or think about anything. He was such a supporter of mine, still is to this day, one of my best friends in the business, actually my best friend in the business ever. Like, yeah. He was still wrestling. I do.
I miss Frankie. Like, I met him once when I went to Northwest Pro. Legitimately one of the most nicest guys I've ever met.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, he's rapping now.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
It's Tranky Flawless. You can still check it out. He still got the wrestling page, but it's all for just music now.
Oh, so he uses his wrestling name as his rapping name. That's funny.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, though. That's cool.
No, why not? You got gold. Why change it?
That's true. That is very true. I want to get Frankie on this show down the road.
Yeah.
But when you first, like, I want to talk about also when you first won your first ever championship, the Battle Rumble Championship belt. Like, what was your first when you first found out you were getting that title? What was your experience when you first found out, and what was your what was your thoughts when you found out that you were going to win that title? What was going through your mind?
It was surreal. Like, I was kind of in the moment of like, well, they say this is going to happen, but anybody that knows in wrestling, you hear something a billion times and then it doesn't happen, So it was like, hey, don't get your hopes up until you actually have the strap around your waist, like, because you're hoping for the best. And I really enjoyed that Rumble, and the best thing for me is my mom and sister were both there when I won my title. They were able to be in attendance then, so that was a great moment for me because they supported me for the whole time I've been doing this crazy shit. So it was so rewarding the time we had them to see me win. My first title. They were able to be there. Sadly, they weren't able to see me win my 8 halves of my tag titles because they couldn't make it. And wrestling, you never know what's going to happen. That's why you show up day in, day out. You put the work in, day out. You don't make excuses. I've always been a guy. If I make a booking, I'm coming to that booking. I may go and be sicker than hell. I may be one depth from death, but unless something drastically terrible happened, I will be there. I've been to IPW a couple times where they looked at me like, "Why are you here?" Like, because I agreed to a booking. And these kids today just don't understand the commitment. To me, people with no show just drive me crazy. I don't get it. Sorry, that's my tirade for the podcast.
No, go for it. Like, that's all. Go for it. Like, I completely understand. Like, I've worked for a few wrestling companies before, and that's always my feeling too. Especially like when you find out this person's going to be wrestling, I was like, all right, I got to learn this. I got to know who these guys are so I can look at like their backstory.
Yeah. And you want to know what move they're using because you want to, you want to be able to counter it, and you want to know if they're going to cheat. Most people are going to cheat because they're losers and they got to cheat,
That's true. Yeah. Bad blood. What? I didn't say nothing.
Yeah, possibly.
I didn't say nothing.
Yeah, careful. He did bring me towards your table last time.
That is true. That is very true. But also now, like when you first won that championship, again, must have been like again, like you had your mom there, your sister, and it's just one of those things. Like
Yeah.
I won a belt. Like
Yeah.
again, like even though like you're like how old are you now, my friend?
Too old.
Okay, fair. Like you
I'm
were
past
like,
8.
yeah, like you were like the little kid inside you is like saying like I did this, I won this championship. And, like you're a grown adult, but the little kid inside you, was that the same feeling like for you, just like when you first held your first championship belt? Like
It was. And literally, it was not until I got to the locker room I realized I've actually won the belt. Like, literally, my trainer at the time, Davey Mason, literally dropped it around my waist, I think, if I remember correctly. And, like, it didn't even sink in until I got to the back of the locker room to all the boys. They're like, hey, congratulations and stuff. And I was like, it timely quick, like walking back through the curtain. Like, oh, this really happened. And then I kept thinking, am I going to wake up in a minute now? Did I dream this?
yeah.
Did this really happen?
Yeah, it's just a great feeling. Like again, like it just seeing like especially like for like when I've done commentary, just seeing someone win a championship belt, like it's always like fun to see their
Absolutely.
reactions, especially like you just talking about it, like I could tell like you're still very grateful for that title that you
Absolutely. I'm grateful for any opportunity that I've ever gotten to do in wrestling, even when it would only go and do ring crew and help with, set up for seminars and then take the seminar.
Yeah.
I mean, I was grateful for all the times where just being a no name, just doing security, doing ring crew, supporting the companies, and the companies that were allowing me to go and do that, or the places where I was able to train.
And now with that championship, now you recently just won the IPW North American tag title. Like when you first found out, like what was your reaction when you found out that you were getting a title shot for those titles? Like what, like go through me, like what was going on?
That was surreal because I got there and they're like, well, originally I was supposed to get a cage match and that didn't happen. And then it was supposed to be maybe a hardcore match. And we still kind of got the hardcore one. So I kind of got both. And then they're like, well, the Dirty Crew's going to put their towels on the line, but they don't have an opponent. And it's like, man, I love the sound of those titles, but I need a partner. And then Kai went in the back kind of thinking the same thing. And we kind of thought like, hey, you want to go out there and tell them to produce titles? And that's kind of what we did. And we came out victorious. I mean, near one of us, when we got there to the building, near one of us had a clue they were even going to put their titles on the line. It's
I see.
And Kywin, and this is not a knock on Kywin, I got to make this 100% clear. If you would have told me my partner's going to be Kywin, I would have said you crazy. Because I put Kywin in very high regard, being very talk, not silent around here. I thought, well, there's no way Kywin wants to team with me,
Yeah, really nice guy. I love talking to him.
He's so humble. I love that about him. Like, I wish some of these other kids would look at him and learn,
Like,
the ego to it. Yeah.
Definitely, for sure. Like, every time I've talked to him, again, nothing but love. That's the one thing about every time.
And that's the same thing about him is I was born in Vancouver, Washington, too. So my partner's born in the same town I was born in.
That's awesome. That's really
cool. Yeah.
So now, like, you guys are like tag team champions. Like, when's the next show that you guys are going to be when's the next time you guys are going to defend those titles?
I'm not 100% sure the scheduling on that one. I know they have IPW had the show coming up February 7th. I can't make that one because I will be going to a memorial for a friend of mine who is no longer with us, sadly, obviously. So I was unable to make that. I will be unable to make that show, but it's still going to be a great show. I mean, people still totally go check it out if they can,
Yeah.
And then I would assume IPW will run next month, and I'm not sure about the date of that one yet.
Okay. Yeah, just like, again, I'm sorry about your friend. I'm sorry about that, brother.
It's actually something we talk about that because Ken Hamlin was the ring announcer when I won my title, my Battle Royal Championship. He was the announcer that day.
Oh, that's cool. And I'm sorry about that, bro. I'm really.
I appreciate it. Yeah, that one hit hard. My mom was in the hospital at the same time when that happened, and we found out he was sick. And I never got time. That's a lesson from it too. If you see somebody's not doing well, reach out to them, because if you don't, you never know. And that's what I kick myself still to this day for that one.
Yeah,
Much like my friend Logan, who passed away a couple years ago. He wrote me one time and said, "Dude, I can't tell you how great it is. You're still out there and you're kicking ass and you're winning titles and you're doing all this." And I felt like he's like, "I can't tell you how much I appreciate this." And literally, it was like a month or two later, he committed suicide.
Oh, jeez.
I was like, I feel like I missed that, you know?
I'm really sorry about that, bro. I really am.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. It's rough, but it's a life lesson. You know, I'm still learning it. You know, appreciate the people you appreciate. Tell them you appreciate them. Spend the time with them that you can, you know? Because that was another thing. Me and Logan, I was like, "Oh, we'll be tag champs someday." Never got the opportunity.
That sucks.
That's why we're the Rocket Boy Arm Man, because that was his ring name. So that's why we're Rocket Boy. In case anybody's running about why we're Rocket Boy, they're like, "You're not Rocket Boy."
I was gonna ask you about that, like
right?
the Rocket. Okay, but now I know. I know why.
Absolutely. It's funny because one time an after called me Rocket Boy. I was like, "That is not my name. My name is written all over my pants." Like, can you not read? Why are you reading the armband and not all the pants?
Okay. Yeah, I get it now.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, like now, like with wrestling, like again, you're still a student learning about wrestling, even though you're wrestling now. Like you wrestled for 3 years, but you're still like, I'm still a student. I'm still learning.
Absolutely.
Like, what's the another thing that you've learned about wrestling since you've been wrestling this long?
Well, the way I was taught was to always pay respect to the veterans. You walk in, you take everybody's hand in the walker. Don't matter if you like them or not. You walk up to them, you introduce yourself. When you meet somebody, you know, you always pay your due. You don't complain about doing ring crew, because nobody likes a complainer or a whiner, you know. And just try to have a good attitude and be open to criticism about how you do a move, because there could be a better way to do a move.
Yeah.
I just think it gets kind of lost, you know, and just like wrestling is larger than life. We all have an ego. We all have a persona, you know. It comes out sometimes out of nowhere.
Yeah. Like for me, like when I call myself the voice of Roundtable Pro Wrestling, that's no ego. That's just for my, like, I was trying to think of like a nickname for me, and out of nowhere I just like the voice of Roundtable Pro Wrestling.
Well, you are. I mean,
I don't feel like I am there yet, but I say that just for like, you know, fun. And next thing you know, like I'm starting to call myself the voice of Roundtable Pro Wrestling, and JJ, like I told you, like you told me, those are my initials. And one thing, the best advice that I've ever gotten since I've been doing wrestling is from Blood mostly. Blood has always given me great advice.
So much knowledge. Like that, just having that match with him or talking to him for any length of time, you can't not learn something from talking to that man. Even just how to cheat.
Well, it's in other words from Blood, it's not cheating if you don't get caught by the referee.
Exactly. So. Yeah, exactly. You know, I tried to get a GoToMe going to the referees, but none of these companies around here want to do it. I wanted to get them all seeing eye dogs, but apparently it's not a thing.
Yeah, oh well. But yeah, like again, like it's always, I always look forward to learning something new doing wrestling. And I bet you do too. Like you always like even though you're thinking like, oh, I already know what to do, but when you learn something new, you're like, okay,
yeah, absolutely. It's like I didn't quit training just because I won a title.
Yeah,
I've actually trained the last 8 days in a row now. No pun intended. I haven't took much any time off. I didn't go I went and celebrated my title winter. I go around to community things and do stuff with my title because it's part of being a champion, promoting companies you work for, not that company you won your title for, but all the companies you work for, and trying to bring all the companies together into this divide we have going on sometimes, you know. Mm-hmm. And you know, most people are great about it and get it, you know.
Yeah, like again, like the Pacific Northwest is killing it right now.
Yeah, and we are. I mean, there's so many companies now. I mean, sorry, my Google Calendar just came up telling me I have an interview scheduled. It's like I'm on my interview.
Hey, at least it reminded you. That's the important part.
Right? Yeah. But it would have been 30 minutes late. It's like a rookie, man.
Technology, no one
Right?
gets it.
No, true.
But now, like you've been wrestling for this long, like, what's the best advice you could give to younger and newer rookie wrestlers who are coming into the business? Like, what kind of advice can you give them right now?
You know, some of the advice I would give him was show up on time, which means showing up 8 minutes early. You know, be willing to do whatever they need you to do when you get into the business. If they need you to run a camera, you run a camera. If they need you to help with the ring, you help with the ring. If they need you to run mic, you run a mic. They need you to help put up the curtain, you put up the curtain. If they need you to sit by their merch, sit by I met a lot of great wrestlers when I was working, just doing ring crew for Desai. I was doing merch by so many of the guys like Bobby Tish, Kyle O'Reilly, Leo Russ. You know, just helping them with their merch at times, like very briefly, but like, hey, can you keep eye on my stuff? Sure, you know. And it's those interactions are important. And then the other thing, if once you get into a locker room, go into a locker room, keep your mouth shut and your ears open so you can hear and see how everybody conducts themselves, you know.
Yeah.
Because then you can learn by other people's mistakes too. You don't have to make those mistakes. That's the thing about listening to people when they're telling you about, I made this mistake. Listen to them. You can avoid making that same mistake. You know, because we all make mistakes. I'll make some tomorrow, I'm sure. I made some today, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just, you know, being willing to listen to people. Take every seminar you can. I mean, within reason, obviously. But like, it's there's a seminar. Try to go to it. You know, there's so many people, so many kids that I know right now. They don't go to seminars. Like, you're in the building where the seminar is happening. You should be participating in the seminar, even if you're hurt. Ask the person one at the seminar, like, hey, I'm hurt, but I would still love to sit in and listen to your teachings. I just feel like that's one thing I would definitely tell them. Like, take the seminar. If you can't do the in-ring part because of whatever reason, ask if you could still participate and pay and be there. Because warning doesn't stop just because you're on the shelf.
Yeah, like that's some good advice. Yeah, like, because like, again, like you said, like, it's okay to like say like, hey, I don't understand, like, or what should I do? Like, I've done that multiple times, like, especially when I'm doing commentary. Like, the first night I did commentary, I was nervous because I was like, okay, what do I like? What do I say? What do I do? And just like asking like questions, like what do I say? Like, or about your character, or what do I do? And just like learning is like, it's not nothing to be embarrassed about.
Nope, it's not. You know, and the only way you're going to know and learn it by asking questions. There are no stupid questions to be asked. If, other than the one you don't ask, then you don't know. You know, so ask the question.
And it's funny. I was actually at my last interview, not 2 interviews before this. I was talking to a wrestler by the name of Scotty Mack, who is like a legend here in the Pacific Northwest and in Canada. And he was talking about like younger wrestlers, pretty much like the same thing that you were doing. And I told him about your match with Blood. And it was pretty much one of those matches like, this is going to make me or this is going to break me.
Break me, right?
Yeah. But this match that you had with Blood, I pretty much told him, like, this is the match that actually pretty much made SP8. Like, this guy is definitely like, and he just had like the biggest smile on his face, knowing like the fact that there's still some wrestlers like pretty much what you're trying to do right now is like, that just shows like there's some still hope for wrestling.
Absolutely, yeah. Absolutely.
Like, again, it's just like one of those like fun things. Again, I know we keep talking about the match that you had like with Blood, but is there any type of wrestler that you would love to get in the ring down the road?
Oh boy, there's a lot of them. I mean, one guy I would love to get in the ring with someday would be Randy Myers. I would absolutely love to get in the ring. Yeah, I would love to get in the ring with him. I took one of his seminars, and I learned so much from that seminar. And that was another thing too that people got to realize. You know, you're talking about advice. You have to. And I've had some friends of wrestling told me this. Like, there were times where I went to seminar. I was the worst person in that seminar. 100% worst guy in the seminar. there will be a period where that will be used for the longest time. And then eventually, like, I start looking around now, like, I'm no longer the work guy in the seminar. I took a B-boy seminar after I took 2 B-boy seminars now. And I look around and realize I'm not the work person in that seminar anymore. And that's not saying anybody behind me was bad or anything, but like my transitions have gotten better. Like where I used to struggle with everything, like it just, you keep going, you keep pushing, you're only going to get better. The only way you quit getting better is if you quit trying to get better. And then you won't get better. If you just quit, you give up. I mean, at that point, you just quit wrestling. I mean, but yeah, his seminars were great. And actually, Bad Boy is the one who brought him into Roundtable for the seminar. And then I took his seminar again when he went up to CPW. I took his seminar up there too.
Okay. All right.
I would want to work him too, but yeah, probably be the same outcome I had with Bad Boy, but doesn't mean I'm not going to give it my all.
That's true. That's true. Like you'll have a good match. I love Randy. Met him a couple of times. Legitimately the most nicest guy I've ever met.
One of the greatest guys you ever meet. Yeah.
Funny in real life too. That's the one thing. Like sometimes it's at the point. There's been times like, is he playing the character or is this really him? Like at sometimes, like that's the funniest part about him is I love Randy. I love Randy.
He's really him. Yeah, that's it. He did maybe a little bit wilder, but still to him.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of Derek Drexel in a way sometimes.
Yeah, that was another guy I've had a lot of encounters with back in the day. Never wrestled him, but been around him a lot. A great guy. Learned a lot. He was one of the few people who worked on character development. And then other than him, and then Randy Meyer's seminar was character development. There's been a couple others, but those are the ones that stand out. My character development actually came from a friend of mine who was in a band called Nobody's Angel. And when COVID happened, she did a thing to her dancer for character development. And I wrote her and asked, "Hey, how much to participate in this?" She goes, "It's straight for my dancers." I was like, "Is there any way I could just sit in and be quiet and take notes?" She's like, she's like, "Why are you interested?" It's like, "I'm a pro wrestler." It's like, "Well, why don't you just join us and we'll talk to you about you too?" I was like, so that's, and that was a lot of my character development came from a friend that was in a band.
All right.
I never thought at dancers would put that work into it. Like, so that because your favorite cutter drawing doesn't mean this dance that you're doing, their favorite cutter drawing types it. Like I would have never thought about something like that. Like as a dancer, you're building up all this backstory. That's crazy. Blew my mind.
Yeah, I bet. Now, one more thing.
Sure.
The amount of wrestlers that you have faced in Roundtable, would you ever consider facing Brian Brooks for the Roundtable Independent World Championship?
I absolutely would consider facing him. If the opportunity ever comes up, yeah. I mean, he's a wrecking ball. I know that.
Yeah, because the guy, he's a monster in the ring.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He absolutely is. That's Paco once on that one, because that would be a rough match, but that's the one I would love to try. Okay, and then this roundtable, it's going to be him versus Blood Wolf. So I don't know if Witcher Dilla is Danger Beasties or not, but we might have to check on that.
Yeah. Well, SP8, I want to say thank you for taking the time for being a guest on my show. Love talking to you. Yeah, no problem. And thank you for being on here. I appreciate you. And again, I know I asked you this already, but when's the next time can we see you at a wrestling show?
I'm glad you asked that because I forgot to mention this. The next time you can see me is February 16th at Roundtable. And it's more than just a show this time at Roundtable. Widowmaker is recovering from a serious injury. And this show, it's also a fundraiser for him. He's a great guy. I've been in the ring with him multiple times. We've always had great matches. Got my ass kicked many times by him. I kicked his ass many times. Great guy to work. Even though we're beating the shit out of each other, he's always safe. And I just got nothing but respect for him. So I would encourage anybody wanting to come out to February 15th. They're doing a fundraiser for him. Participate. Donate what you can. He's a great guy. There's a GoFundMe set up. It just is no pun intended. It was a tough break. So I'm hoping and praying the best for him. He's just been one of the great guys. Like when I was in the ring with him and I had a oopsie, he didn't kill me for it, So nothing but respect to him. And that's February 16th, like I said, Roundtable.
And yeah, definitely. And also for anybody who wants to donate, like you said, there's a GoFundMe, then a link down below. So if you want to go donate, I gratefully appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Also, where can we find you on social media?
You can find me on social media on Facebook at SP8. And then my Instagram is a little different. My Instagram is Will_SP8. Because for some reason I couldn't get my name, which I still haven't figured out. Instagram's run by idiots, I guess. Maybe, I don't know. For some reason my name was taken, even though it's my name. And then Twitter, you can catch me at SP8 also. And then those are the only platforms I really got onto. Well, I'm on Threads, but I don't know if anybody uses Threads. It's just Will at SP8 on that one too.
Thank you again, brother. Always love talking to you.
Thank you for having me, Josh.
I look forward to seeing you next week. I can't wait. And thank you, everyone, for watching Oregon Wrestling Observer. Hope to see you guys at Roundtable Pro Wrestling next Friday. Not Friday, Saturday, I should say. Sunday. Sunday. I'm excited. I'm just going to say that.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But thank you guys again for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Oregon Wrestling Observer. Follow me on Twitter. Yeah, follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Instagram. Go like the Oregon Wrestling Observer Facebook page. And I love you all. We'll see you guys next time. Take care. And I love
broken bones from parts unknown. Simplify wonders of why. Broken promises reveal